This is my OnePlus One. I've had this for almost 4 years now. It's been my faithful phone. It's getting a little long in the tooth. It still works. I still love it, but I'm having issues with the flash memory. It's just starting to die. So every once in a while, it'll take forever to load a program, and I've had occasional crashes. So I'm just thinking it might be time to retire this. Thankfully, this is the OnePlus One. This is the 3T. Sorry, the OnePlus 3T. This is their newer version of the 3, and I gotta say, I've fallen in love with this. They've done so many things right on this camera and this phone and all the subsystems. The first thing I like about this is the setup. Obviously I can't do it because I've already set it up, but it's got an NFC sensor, and the first time you turn it on, you can actually tap it to another NFC-enabled phone, the one that you currently have, and it will transfer all the settings. It makes a link via Bluetooth, so I didn't have to do any of the account setup. It transferred over my email, it transferred over my Google settings, and then, of course, Google re-downloaded all my software. But what they've put into this phone is nothing short of, oh, I'm sorry, let me do the little fingerprint reader, is nothing short of spectacular. This is a 5.5-inch 1920 by 1080 440 ppi 16:9 AMOLED screen, which means it's perfectly usable in daylight. Under Gorilla Glass 4, it's thinner, it's more protective, very scratch resistant. It's got a quad-core 2.3 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 processor, 6 gigabytes of LPDDR4 memory. It's running Oxygen OS, of course, that fingerprint sensor, which is actually really, really well done. A dual nano SIM SIM card. So if you are one of these people who wants to run dual SIMs, like when I go out of the country, this phone actually will do that. It's also got a 3,400 milliamp hour battery, and it supports dash charging through its USB-C port. Now, dash is 20 watts versus 5 or 10 watts. So yeah, do the math. This is going to charge a whole heck of a lot faster. 802.11 ABGN AC, Bluetooth 4.2. It's got NFC. It's got front and rear cameras. And see, this is something I think more manufacturers are going to start to do. The cameras are the same. It's using the same sensors on both sides. 16 megapixel, both front and rear, Sony IMX298 sensors, 4K at 30 frames per second. It'll do 720p at 120 frames per second in case you want to do some slow-mo. Has both optical and electronic image stabilization. So if you want to get rid of those jaggies, the shakies when you're taking your video, this will do it. Of course, USB-C and combo audio port. It's got this cool thing, the switch for the silent mode. It's a tri-position switch. So if you're one of these people who hates having to set your phone to airplane mode or to quiet mode and then realizing it's not in that mode and it rings at the worst possible time, this actually gives you can feel it because it vibrates. It'll tell you which mode it is. You can just reach in your pocket and switch. Available in gunmetal or soft gold. And this phone, the 64 gigabyte version, is $440. So, I mean, we're talking about half the price of a flagship from, say, Samsung or LG. And they just did it again. You know, OnePlus, they may have some marketing issues every once in a while. They may have supply issues, but they make a dang good phone. My search is over. I was thinking about maybe the Google Pixel or the XL. Nope, this is the one I'm going to go with. So, again, this is the OnePlus 3T. $440. You can buy it straight from OnePlus.